Welcome back to Season 3, Match Day 13 of the Simulation Soccer League. We've got a great set of matches for you today. We've got 8th place Seoul kicking off, playing at Tokyo, who are currently 9th, and then we'll move over to Cairo City, playing at Montreal. Then we're headed to Hollywood, where Catalunya will be taking on the reigning champions, Sydney City. Our league leaders will be playing in Buenos Aires, who are 6th in the league. And then we end our day with a top of the league clash with Inter London taking on Athênai. But here we go with Seoul MFC taking on Tokyo SC. Ball starting off to Tokyo's side there, we have Tokyo coming out in their standard, what I call the 3-5-2 formation from them, from that with that right wing overload. And then today we have Seoul lining up, and as I say that, Ketchup Noodle lines up a shot and puts Seoul up ahead in front 3.5 minutes into this game. That's Ketchup Noodle's 5th goal of the season, and a beautiful slotted shot there to beat Cody Hill. Malte on the ball here for Seoul as they look for another break. Seoul playing in a more central formation than they normally do today. And we do see that as the ball finds itself into the center. Malte through here, and Cody Hill with a big save. Cody Hill, the American goalkeeper, playing in Tokyo with 2.22 goals in 90 minutes across all competitions. Ball is cleared by Tokyo there and collected by Skyrise as they look to counter here. Unfortunately, not too much possession going their way and not a ton of chances either. We do see Seoul coming out in, as I mentioned, that more centralized formation. They're playing a, I want to say it is a 3-4-3 central with 2 defensive midfielders, a central midfielder, and an attacking midfielder. Certainly an interesting formation from them today. We will see if it pays dividends. They already have 1 goal. Ketchup Noodle with the ball here, trying to find Mayoi, who is back into the lineup after missing the last game, match day 12. Mayoi here having already made an impact and drawing that defender from the earlier play, allowing Noodle for that shot there. Noodle with another opportunity will find the foot of a Tokyo defender. Ball now is cleared by Tokyo. Will we see a counter? We will not, as the simulation cuts, though we do have a free kick for Tokyo here. Rise losing out to Blue Cod there, unfortunate. The smaller of the two, able to get ahead of the bounce. Though Tokyo maintaining possession now, pressing this on the left side with space. Blue Cod closing distance now, and cross will find itself over to Visser. Visser with a chip, though unable to find the header. Rise will be maintained, and Brzezinski now does find himself with a shot, and unfortunately unable to beat the Seoul goalkeeper, King Kong. King Kong averaging 2.29 goals against in 90 minutes. On the bench today for Seoul is Michael Mueller and Jabi Akinfenwa, having been rotated out for this formation change for Seoul. Tokyo's bench remaining very similar to its predecessor, as Sky Rise nearly equalizes for Tokyo on the header there. Unfortunately unable to direct that into the back of the net and harmlessly wide. We do have a throw in here for Tokyo on the left-hand side with Visser and Soderberg with the ball now. And Visser down that right-hand side, apologies, and Rise now hits the outside bar, and that is cleared into a Tokyo man. And there's a penalty on top of all of that. Sky Rise to take the penalty here for Tokyo and potentially equalize, and King Kong, let's see who comes out on top, and that is Sky Rise putting home the penalty, putting himself into the scoring sheet with 15 goals this season so far. I believe he is second in the lead, I believe. I want to say all his goals have been in the league, but I cannot confirm. I believe Tokyo has had a couple in the cup as well. Time ticking away in the first half here, and we nearly get another chance for Tokyo. However, they are offside on their free kick attempt there, and we will run into the half. Tokyo currently tied with Seoul MFC, though Tokyo looking like the better of two teams on the score sheet here. 47% possession, though, having 4 shots on net as opposed to Seoul's 2. Seoul able to hold on to that ball just a little bit better, but not really able to make too much of it. We'll see if we get some more high opportunity chances out of this newer formation from them exploiting that central area there. Though Tokyo known to love to play out on that right hand side down the wing. We will see if the change pays off for them. Sagi with the ball in for Tokyo now, and the Seoul defenders will clear. Both teams having found themselves a little bit of trouble this season. Both teams currently near the bottom of the standings. Brzezinski in with the ball now, and Kong equal to the save. Brzezinski nearly able to put his team up in front there. I'm absolutely saying Brzezinski wrong. I'm adding an N. It's Bursky. I apologize. 56th minute now, and that is a dangerous header by Rupp on a free kick just outside of Seoul MFC's box, and we will see the ball go the other way now. Seoul to collect, and we will see if they can find a through ball here. Horvat with a chip down the left-hand side from Malte, and Malte will hold the ball up in the box and send it back to Bond. Horvat now with a one-timer, and Hill able to find a glove onto that to direct it out. Though Bond will take the corner kick for Seoul now. Cody Hill able to collect that ball. Now we have an opportunity for Tokyo maybe. We have the ball finding itself into the center for Avon to shut, and then Bessenbits on the left-hand side now. With the cross and caught, able to clear, though Rise collecting, and Brzezinski nearly puts that away. King Kong diving on the ball there. Avon to shut for Tokyo now, and Tokyo looking to capitalize on their opportunities. Usagi with the ball out to the left-hand side, right-hand side, apologies. Now back to the left for Bessenbits, and the cross in for Skyrise. Able to find his head, but Rise unable to find any accuracy on the net other than from the spot today. Ball over to Usagi Soderberg now, and Usagi holding. This year down that right-hand side, we will see if they push the ball up any higher. Instead, they choose to go all the way back to Cody Hill to reset the play and now send it over to the left. Tokyo playing really good possession football here, and Soderberg will find himself, I apologize, into the box, but the ball is cleared by Seoul. Now a free kick outside the box. Usagi unable to score as King Kong comes up with a massive save there to deny Usagi what would have been a beautiful free kick goal. Though Usagi on the take on the corner, unable to find anyone in the Tokyo jersey. Will he be onside here? He is onside, so they hold the ball on that right-hand side now. In comes Visser crashing in, and the deep cross by Siege, unable to find much room for Rise, as the ball does fly harmlessly over the bar. Time is ticking away now. 1-1 is the score, and a tie would be fair, I want to say, but last time I said that Tokyo gave up a late goal. We will see if I have jinxed them once again, or maybe I have blessed them. Usagi with the break now, and Skyrise in and through. Can he beat King Kong? And he cannot. Skyrise skies that. Usagi with a deep free kick outside now, and nearly finds a way to tuck that home. Tokyo really pressing for a goal here. Seoul just a little bit too complacent on the ball, unable to really press their aggression button. Brzezinski able to put a header on the net, though King Kong able to make another save. Isagi is through here for Tokyo now, and can King Kong do it again? Doesn't need to, as Isagi holds the ball up just a little too long and is blocked by a defender. I believe that was Man that got to the ball there. Visser on the right hand side now, and that is a foul by Ocha. That should be a yellow card, or at the very least a warning. Free kick deep now, and Rossetti with so much space, unable to put that on net, and with space because he is fairly offside. Perhaps we get a late opportunity for Seoul here. Mayoi through. Chip and Cody Hill. Is this the winner in the 91st minute? Seoul find their goal. A wonder goal by Haruka Mayoi. Beautiful chip over the head of the American goalkeeper, Cody Hill. And the ball just drifts into the back of the net. Beautifully done. Wonderful technique. And that should be the ball game unless Tokyo find a last-ditch goal on the corner here. Tokyo, I am so sorry. I have cursed you yet again. Man clears the ball, and that should be the ball game. The commentator has cursed Tokyo, but unfortunately it does look like Tokyo were the better team on the day, unable to make the most of their chances. 3 XG, though only one of that finding the back of the net on that penalty. End of the game here, Tokyo did manage to outpossess Seoul 53-47, though Seoul making the most of that last opportunity. We're going to move on here to our second game, and we have a bottom of the table clash with Cairo City visiting Montreal United. Montreal United finding themselves in 7th place with 13 points, just under Buenos Aires, and with a 1-point lead to Seoul. Though Seoul having won will now put that pressure on and jump themselves into tied for 6th place. Ball to Montreal United to start their game off here, and Montreal United coming out in a 4-3-3 with their wingbacks pushed up. A very standard formation that we've seen from them this season so far. And we have Cairo City playing in a what the game wants to call a 4-1-1-3-1. I think it's equivalent to a 4-2-3-1, as Biscuit will put the ball offside, though he is over the net, though he is offside. Cairo City playing what I will now call a 4-2-3-1 with the wingbacks pushed up. Interesting formation from them, though we have seen it from them this season. Torres with the ball now, and Cairo on the counter. Ayodele with space. And G's with the cross now, able to find Antivieri, but the ball does harmlessly bounce to Adam Rage, who will collect that. Rage having 1.79 goals in 90 minutes this season so far. Ball for Montreal, and the cross in now. Biscuit with an opportunity, and Drew to finish on the pass by Biscuit. Gets the ball past Jeeves, gets the ball past Bori Barfleet, and Montreal United up in front. Bori Barfleet unfortunately allowing an average of 3 goals a game so far this season. It likely will get worse for Cairo. That is 1 so far for Montreal, though could also get better. Franco Torres also known to score wonder goals here and there. Toastman will clear the ball for Cairo on a dangerous free kick. opportunity there for Montreal, though Lexington to take the ensuing corner. Ball is cleared by Cairo, and will we see Torres turn around here? Torres with the ball down the left-hand side, does beat Cruz. Jeeves now, and Torres again. Ball back to Calvatore, who will find itself into the midfield. Larson potentially through here, and that is a beautiful tackle by Lexington, who absolutely saves an opportunity. Dorian Lexington able to clear the ball from the line, and will take the corner on the right-hand side here for Montreal. Doofenshmirtz able to pick up and maintain for Montreal, and the ball does go back out to Lexington. Jaeger in now, and Kofi Ansah on the breakdown, able to find space in the far post and tuck home a second goal for Montreal United. Kofi Ansah's 4th goal of this season, and a beautiful pass here played by Jaeger. That is their 2nd assist of this season. And Montreal United up 2-0 now. Montreal at home today, I believe. Yes, they are. And a little bit of lag as the ball does find itself back into the midfield. Though Torres will be able to force the ball off, and with a shot unable to direct it towards the net, though from a poor angle. Montreal United holding 52% of the ball through 28 minutes of play. The answer now down the left-hand side. And Papadopoulos, I apologize. Papadopoulos down another team, and Jaeger now for Druid again. And Ansah with the rebound, and it is getting ugly for Cairo City. 3-0 Montreal United. I believe that will count as an unassisted goal on the bounce here from Bori Barfleet, unable to handle that shot by Silvery Druid, and Ansah to pounce on that rebound to put Montreal in a dominating position. 35 minutes into our game now. Ball to Inclin, and will chip over the defender, Pumpernickel, to Papadopoulos up that left-hand side. Over to Ansah now, and Doofenshmirtz with the ball, who will find Crucis with space on the right-hand side. Crucis unable to finish there, and Barfleet able to make a brilliant save. Lexington with the corner now for Montreal. And the ball will be cleared by Cairo. Though Montreal do hold possession, and will we see another opportunity? We will not. It is a breezy 3 degrees Celsius in Montreal, Canada, and there is a slight drizzle. Cairo finding it rather difficult to play in the rain this season, unfortunately, having lost one of their home matches in a similar pour. Well, Pumpernickel with the ball for Cairo. Will we see an opportunity for Larson here? A deep shot, and Adam Rage able to make the save. The Italian goalkeeper coming up big when called upon. Ball in for Montreal now, and we will see them slow down play here, though they do maintain that aggressive presence in that Cairo City zone. Papadopoulos dribbling into the box before sending the ball over to Silvery Druid. Ball actually went to Crucis there, who headed it down to Silvery Druid, and Druid on the volley will send Montreal United into the halftime with a 4-0 lead, unless Montreal concede here. Yeah, that's a beautiful volley by Silvery Druid, and just beats Bori Barfleet, who's a little short for the position, unfortunately. Height known to matter in Football Manager. 45 minutes past now, and we do have Montreal up 4-0, dominating play in possession and opportunities. Interestingly, only 1.66 XG on the day, meaning their finishing has been clinical as can be. We do see the pep talk there for Cairo City as they are dressed down by their manager, is undoubtedly not pleased. His team is down 4-0 at the half. Montreal United come out with some energy now, and will we see it get worse for Cairo? Or perhaps they will pull a couple back. We will see as the clock runs down here. Ball into the Montreal territory, though. Montreal possession now. While finding itself over to the right-hand side. Apologies for Christus. Montreal, as you can suspect, are content to just sit on the ball here. Now Christus with a beautiful opportunity, unfortunately unable to direct that towards the net. That's Silvery Druid, I believe he scored 2 today so far. That is his 4th goal this season. Amazingly, I thought he's had more. Kofi Antia scoring a 2nd as well will make that his 5th goal of his season. Cairo City with an opportunity now, and Torres finds himself through on net on the bounce, and Adam Rage just watches helplessly as Torres tucks that into the back of the net. A bit of a dysfunctional breakdown here for Montreal as they become a little bit complacent. England already on that yellow card, unable to do too much to Torres, who bodies himself past, and one back for Cairo City. Will we see another? 59 minutes ticking down now for Montreal United. 4-1 for the home team. Into the 70th minute now. O'Pumpernickel booked. That is, I believe, the 1st yellow card for O'Pumpernickel this season. England are also on a booking. That is their 4th yellow card of the season. Cruises with ball here and making a pass through to Coffee Biscuit, who absolutely drags out Bori Barfleet and tucks that pass. That is a 5th goal for Montreal United. 5-1 in the 74th minute. That is Coffee Biscuit's 10th goal in as many games. Sorry, 10 goals in 11 games. So just 1 short. But Montreal really putting on a clinic here for Cairo City defenders. Bori Barfleet not helping his goal against average tonight. And will we see another from Montreal? Crucis in space on the right-hand side. And Bori Barfleet able to make a save there and hang onto the ball. Barfleet having 4 saves and 5 goals allowed so far this game. Likely will hope to reverse those numbers soon. And the ball is through for Torres here. Will we have another goal for Cairo City? Surely a bit of a conciliatory goal here as they find themselves down 5-1 in the 84th minute, though, with an opportunity for Antivieri, and that is a beautiful block by Jaeger, who is booked as they are on the 2nd, sorry, that's the 2nd yellow card they've gotten this season. Nope, I was wrong. That was England. I apologize. Ball down the left-hand side now here for Ansa. And will we see another from Montreal? No, we will not. We will see a turnover instead to Cairo City. And Larson finds a ball through to Torres. Torres finds a 2nd goal of the day. And 2nd goal for Cairo City, though still down 5-2 in the 86th minute. Larson playing a beautiful ball here and able to just tuck that in between the path of Lexington and England for Torres, who surges on through. Franco Torres with a 2-goal game, putting that to 8 goals in the season so far. Doofenshmirtz with the ball now, though Cairo City able to clear. And Montreal United could be looking for a 6th here to extend their lead. Safe may not be safe enough, and Calvatore will pick the ball off here, and perhaps Montreal pushing a little too hard. Antivieri with loads of space down the right-hand side, holds the ball up, and England able to close him down and and intercept that turnover to Montreal, who find themselves surging back up the field on the counter on the right-hand side. Now Drew with a cross into the box, and Biscuit able to put it on net, though Bori Barfleet equal to the save this time. 90 minutes pass and we find ourselves into injury time. Only 2 minutes on the clock now, and Jaeger will pick the ball up for Montreal. Will we see a late goal here as Papastapadopoulos dribbling down that left-hand side, finding Ansia, and Papastapadopoulos playing that 1-2. Biscuit header on net, and Barfleet able to make another save. Cairo City unable to get out of their zone so far as Papastapadopoulos takes a throw-in for Montreal. Ansia on the left-hand side playing Papastapadopoulos, and Pumpernickel able to close him down and force that ball out for a corner. Surely the last opportunity of the match as Lexington will send this in. Ball does go out, and we await the referee to blow a little bit of mercy whistle. Laudrup with the ball on the right-hand side, and Larson does block that off. Finally, the referees decided enough is enough, and Montreal will take the win 5-2. Not much to say more than that. Montreal dominating the game, 55% possession to 45 for Cairo. 22 shots, 11 on net. Cairo City having 9, though only 4 finding the net. Both goals coming from Franco Torres. What a great game there. Next up, we do have CF Catalunya taking on Hollywood FC, a mid-table matchup from both teams that we would think would be closer to the top of the table, though finding themselves in a middling season. CF Catalunya in 5th and Hollywood FC in 4th. All that and more when we come back. And off we go for Hollywood FC and CF Catalunya, the Spaniards visiting the Americans in Hollywood today. Hollywood coming out in their trademark 4-3-3 formation with the narrow top with those 3 strikers up top. And CF Catalunya playing in their trademark 4-3-3. Ball will bounce off to Papadopoulos here. Papadopoulos playing in a more conservative false 9 role this match, but still able to find goals so far, having 6 of those this season. Will we see a 7th or an 8th? We will have to see. A lot of 2-goal games from strikers today. Taka down the left-hand side now for Hollywood, and across into the box, finding the head of Jones, though Gunnarsson able to make the save. Gunnarsson, the Icelandic goalkeeper for CF Catalunya, having an average of 1.21 goals against. One of the best goalkeepers in the SSL so far. Time ticking down here into the 15th minute now, and we do have a tie ball game, though McPawson looking to change that. That's a nutmeg of Putinesa, though eventually will pick off McPawson, who spent a little too much time dribbling the ball there. Ricky Bobby now picking up the ball in the box and passing to Taka, who will send it back all the way to Gerard, who will find itself into the midfield now for Rashford. Will we see a through ball here? And Jones, Gunnarsson able to collect there, and Jones not able to make the most of what would have been a golden opportunity. Clark, though, to recover for Catalunya, and will we see them surge back up the field? We do not, as they turn the ball up and over to Ricky Bobby, who finds himself going the other way for Hollywood, though Julianson able to stick to him, and the ball will go out to Gerard for a corner now. And Yarvala very nearly finds the back of the net, putting that over the bar, and CF Catalunya able to escape goalless there. Hollywood FC with the bulk of opportunities this match so far. The home crowd finding themselves energizing the players. Sinclair with the ball for CF Catalunya here, who look to play spoiler to the struggling league champions. And that is a terrible tackle by Putinasya. Absolutely sends Catalunya to the spot. Papadopoulos to take, and Scott Sterling up to stop him. Papadopoulos able to tuck that into the bottom left-hand corner, and CF Catalunya now in the lead in the 25th minute. Hollywood FC looking the better of two teams so far through 25, though Papadopoulos, not Papadopoulos, but Papadopoulos able to put that penalty home. And perhaps we see a shift in momentum here for CF Catalunya now, as Vins on that left-hand side unable to find too much space. The ball is cleared by Hollywood FC, who do send it back the other way, looking to tie the ball game now, having 3 shots on the net as opposed to Catalunya's 1 from that spot, but unable to outpossess Catalunya. Catalunya controlling that ball into the halftime mark now with 57% possession. Catalunya loving to sit on the ball there. They are playing in a more conservative, positive, controlling style here, and Hollywood out on a more attacking style, though unable to really get past Catalunya's defenders. Catalunya, though, unable to really penetrate Hollywood's defense either, having that 1 shot on net from the penalty, though a well-earned penalty as Putinasya barreled his man over. Papadopoulos' goal from the spot will be his 7th in 15 games so far. Now ball over to Catalunya. Will we see another here? Papadopoulos playing a 1-2 with Clark down that left-hand side and able to find McPossum now. Clark again with the cross, and Okamoto able to find it, though unable to find Papadopoulos. Ball to Vins on the right-hand side, and we do see it come into the box for Scott Sterling to collect, and Hollywood looking to counter here. Ball going all the way up the field, and Taka finding it, though unable to find the net on a ambitious chip opportunity. Very nearly had the right formula there, though just a little bit high. Hollywood with the ball here and looking to push it up the field from all the way back. Possible surging up the right-hand side, plays a forward ball to Jones, and Possible crashing in now with space. Will the shot come? And that is blocked by Busquets, though finding itself to Taka, and the header onto the net, though Gunnarsson able to make a diving stop. 68 minutes now into the 70th, and CF Catalunya with a lead 1-0. They are at Hollywood, yes. Ball over to Clark on the left-hand side now, and CF Catalunya in space. McPossum able to put the ball on net, though Sterling able to collect that wayward opportunity. McPossum again for CF Catalunya now, and they find themselves surging back up the left-hand side. Nico Rashford with a bit of a trip, and they see themselves on the advantage. Papadopoulos with a beautiful pass to Okamoto. That is Texmark pressing play, but unfortunately Okamoto is offside on this opportunity here. Just barely offside, maybe an inch or two. And CF Catalunya very nearly doubling their lead, though. Gerard with an opportunity on the free kick just outside the box for Hollywood into the wall of defenders, and CF Catalunya find themselves on the counter here. Okamoto back surging down the right-hand side. Has Vins in space, and 1-2 with Vins now back to Okamoto, and Busquets on the edge of the box now, slowing down the game just a little bit before finding Papadopoulos on the through ball. Papadopoulos unable to take a one-touch, and instead will take a shot into the stands. 81 minutes past now, and CF Catalunya with some sustained pressure on Hollywood now. Vins with the ball on the right-hand side, and finding Yarvin in space, though unable to find anybody else as Hollywood will clear from the box there. Sinclair playing the ball back into the midfield for McPossum, who has space with Yarvinen on the left-hand side. CF Catalunya holding the ball and just looking to run the clock down with a 1-0 lead, though a turnover for Julianson. And will we find Jones through? Nearly a misplayed pass by Hollywood FC does eliminate a beautiful opportunity as Gunnarsson does come out to collect. 86 minutes now passed, and lead for CF Catalunya, though another turnover for Hollywood. Jones in space, and perhaps Ricky Bobby on now. Ricky Bobby to equalize on the shot, and is that offside? That is going to be called offside. Oh yeah, that was pretty clearly offside. Bobby just offside by a foot and a little bit more, unable to find the speed and pace in which they need to find themselves through, unable to equalize for Hollywood, and now into the 91st minute now. Bobby with another opportunity, pass to Taka, and can Taka equalize? That is a beautiful save by Gunnarsson to hold on to the lead for Catalunya. 91 minutes and a corner now for Hollywood. One last opportunity, that is going to be cleared out of the box by Stojkovic, and perhaps Gerard with a cross, and Yarvinen with the clearance, and that is the game. Referee blows the whistle, and Catalunya escape with a 1-0 win in Hollywood. Scoring from the spot there, though at times looking like the better team. Ricky Bobby's disallowed goal will be the talk of Hollywood for the next day as we debate whether or not that was offside, though I believe he was a foot offside, and Okamoto was a lot closer to being on than he. But that will be our ball game. CF Catalunya able to come out with that 1-0 victory and put themselves ahead of Hollywood on the standings. They will trade places now. And next up we will see league leaders Sydney City playing CA Buenos Aires, our expansion derby. Speaking of expansion, we will have yet another expansion draft and 2 more expansion teams coming into S4. If you haven't seen it yet, go check our announcements.
Go Sydney!
Sydney City coming out in a 4-3-3 formation here, and Buenos Aires lining up in the formation that's worked so well for them the last little bit, though that is a penalty, and I completely missed that. 44 to the spot, and Sabota unable to make the save. Owen 44 finding himself with, I believe, the 21st goal of the season for him. That is a beautiful shot from the spot, and Sabota very nearly gets that, though the ball finds itself under Sabota's arm. Ball is cleared by Sydney City here. I will have to go back and see what caused that penalty there, as it was not immediately clear to me. I was in the middle of saying that Buenos Aires coming out in a 4-2-3-1 narrow midfield and playing on a more controlling style, though they will have a opportunity here cleared out by Sydney from the box, though they do maintain possession down the left-hand side. Nope, that's right-hand side. Tully with a beautiful shot here for Buenos Aires, and that is the equalizer. An immediate response for Buenos Aires, and that is a beautiful goal from Aimo Tali, the Finnish midfielder. We've seen a couple of that exact goal from them this season so far. That is their 4th on the year, and Buenos Aires pulled themselves equal. We are playing in Buenos Aires, in Argentina. Sydney City having to travel quite the distance to get there, and Jet lag perhaps playing a little bit of a factor there as Taylor finds himself the shot on net. Now Gorkov with the corner, and that is cleared. Certified Problem able to make the save there. 1.12 goals allowed for the rookie goalkeeper in 16 games. An incredible mark for an expansion team nonetheless. Xhaka down the right-hand side here and turns the ball directly over to Buenos Aires. They find themselves on the counter now, and Villa on the left-hand side sends the ball back into the middle. Now Pop-Tart able to play it over to a Sydney City defender who plays the ball straight to the foot of Governo. That was Xhaka's misplaced pass on the header that sends Governo through, and Buenos Aires are up 2-0. That is Antonio Governo, the Scottish striker. Third goal of the season for Governo, the sole striker in this formation, though not the sole attacker. Buenos Aires playing with the three attacking midfielders on the shadow striking role. Able to back up Governo. Governo finds himself through again! Another misplayed pass by Cindy. And that is a beautiful opportunity squandered by Governo there. Unable to find the back of the net on the second chance there. And Sydney City find themselves getting off a little bit lucky off the offside and have an opportunity to regroup now on the throw-in. Xhaka find themselves up the right-hand side. Will we see Sydney pull back in here? And of Catarina to clear the ball for Buenos Aires. That is a push on Governo, able to draw a foul, and Freddy with the yellow card. That is Sator Freddy's fourth yellow card of the season. Tim Possible with the ball here for Sydney City, and finding Owen 44 on the long pass. Owen 44 down the left-hand side now. Possible in so much space with a vicious shot on net to equalize in the 24th minute for Sydney City. 2-2 on the match. Beautiful play by 44 here to hold that ball up on the right-hand side before finding Possible. Possible on the volley there into the back left side of the net. Saboto looking absolutely frozen there, unable to make the stop. And we have an equal ball game. Ball over to Buenos Aires now, and we will see them push for another opportunity. Will we see them push themselves back into the lead here? Sydney City looking to do the exact same as the ball goes down the right-hand side now for 44, having displayed his prowess on the left earlier. Can we see him do it on the right? The ball will find itself over to Havoc on the cross, and Havoc able to put that on net, though over the bar, just barely. Sydney City and Buenos Aires tied in possession, though Buenos Aires having just one more shot on net. It is a fairly equal ball game as we run it down into the clock, into halftime here. Possible 8th goal of the season for Tim Possible, the Mexican right winger, playing on the inverted winger role today. This is the second of the expansion derby, what will probably be known as the S3 expansion derby. Sydney City having the best of the, I believe, 3 matches the teams have played. One in the league in Sydney, where Sydney won 5-0, and the 2 cup games, which I don't quite remember the score, but I do remember Sydney City moving on past, as they're currently into the semi-finals. Gorkov with the ball here for Buenos Aires and finding Checker in space. Checker able to hold the ball up and back to Governo, who will put the ball onto net. And that is a massive save for Certified Problem, able to collect that. And now Sydney City with an opportunity to attack. Havoc in space, unable to put the ball on net. And I believe that clattered it off Checker before finding itself over to the right-hand side for G Fuel. G Fuel finding Hulkavoda in the box, and Sabota able to make a brilliant save to keep the ball game equal. Sabota having an average of 1.93 goals against in 90 minutes. Unable to get to that ball, but the ball will not find itself on net for that opportunity. Sydney City with some real pressure now on the right-hand side in yet again, and Buenos Aires just not able to deal with Sydney City in the air today. Those crosses finding the heads of Sydney City attackers every time. Will we see them find the back of the net on one of those, though? Spoto with the ball up the left-hand side for Villanelle. Via finding Gorkov and Pop-Tart with the ball up to Taylor. Will Governo find himself in space here? No need as Taylor finds himself on net, and Tom Taylor with a beautiful goal from all the way in the midfield, up and into the back of the net. What a shot! Tom Taylor, the Canadian midfielder, scoring his 5th goal of the season so far, and Buenos Aires back into the lead over Sydney City. The home crowd behind the Sydney net going absolutely insane. A earned lead for CA Buenos Aires so far. Will we see a second goal for them here in as many minutes as Tally with the ball now? Over to the right-hand side and Checker in space, though unable to get past G-Fuel, who will direct the ball out, and over to Buenos Aires for a corner now. Gorkov with the ball in, and Sydney City will clear it here. 44 to collect, and will we see a counter coming from Sydney City? Potentially possible in space, and 44 unable to get the ball past the, we will see a throw in for Sydney City, or a free kick just outside the Sydney Buenos Aires box. A ball is in and takes a bounce, finds itself to Tim Possible, who scores and equalizes for Sydney City in the 73rd minute. Possible second goal of the game, 9 on the season so far. Who will it take a bounce off of here? Bounce off of Freddie. Freddie with the assist. That is their 4th of the season. I have to say, a little bit unlucky for Buenos Aires. Ball taking a bad bounce off the defender there. Though that also very unlucky for Sydney. Buenos Aires, though that will be offside. Nearly unlucky for Buenos Aires as a bounce finds itself to the foot of the Sydney attacker, though the entirety of that line was offside. 81 minutes past now. It is a tie game for Buenos Aires and Sydney City in Argentina. Gorkov with a potential through ball for Governo, and the ball goes dangerously back into the feet of Problem. That has been a problem for Sydney City all night. Security around the net has not been good for them, and Certified Problem has been a bit of a problem for his team. Of Catarina for the ball on the ball now for Buenos Aires, and Sydney City with the interception. Hokovoto with the pass instead, and Tim Possible to score on the hat trick there. Absolutely brilliant play by Hokovoto to find his teammate Tim Possible. So unselfish there. Hokovoto could have scored an absolutely beautiful goal, was completely through on net. Instead finds Tim Possible, who will tuck home their 3rd goal of the game. A hat-trick for Tim Possible. 10 goals on the season for the Mexican right winger. That is user and GM Pau Dorian. Congratulations, Pau, on your hat-trick. Buenos Aires now looking for an equalizer to spoil the moment, and that is going to be cleared by Sydney City. Will we see a possible 5th goal from Sydney? We may. 89 minutes ticking down here. We will have 3 minutes of injury time. Ball over to Buenos Aires. One last opportunity down for the left-hand side, though. Every time I say last, we get 4 more. Tally with the ball into Sydney City's box now. Governo with the shot and hits it inside of the bar. That bounces right out to the Sydney City defender, and they will clear it off the spot. Absolutely shocking from Buenos Aires. Unable to get a little bit of luck today. And they find themselves down 3-4. Sydney City. Sydney will hold the ball up here. About 10 seconds left in the ball game if the referee blows a whistle on time. Owen 44 turning the ball over to the midfield for Taylor, and perhaps one last chance. No, the ref does blow the whistle exactly on the 94 this time, and that will be a 4-3 win for Sydney City. A thrilling comeback the entire way through, and Buenos Aires unable to hold on to their lead today, though able to put 3 past the league leaders. A good day for them, if I must say so, but unable to come away with the win. 48% possession to Sydney City's 52. Obviously, those 3 goals for Tim Possible, the difference maker there for Sydney City. And we will move on to our last game of the evening. We have Inter London taking on Athênai, the British visiting the Greek. In Inter London finding themselves in second and Athênai in third. This will be an important matchup for both teams. Athênai having lost their last game and Inter London having won puts Inter London 3 points ahead of Athênai. Athênai could close that gap today, though Inter London could pull themselves even further ahead with a win. A draw will see both teams on equal terms coming into today. Though Sydney City having won on that breathtaking goal from Tim Possible earlier, will have 30 points on the board, and if Inter London do not win here, they will find themselves, I believe, upwards of 4 points behind. Ball over to Asclequeta for Inter London here, first minute of the game now. Inter London lining up in a bit of a new formation. We will see them coming out in a 5-2-3 with a full 5-man defensive line. And the ball finds itself to Asclequeta on the corner and on the back post. Asclequeta heads home the first goal of the game, 2.5 minutes in. Inter London off to a strong start. That is Asclequeta's 10th goal of the season. Inter London up 1-0. As I was mentioning, though, Athênai coming out in a 4-3-3. Yes, they have a 4-3-3, though Lebovic now with an opportunity that is cleared by time for Inter London clearance. Ryman with a throw in here and a turnover for Inter London. Sorry, for Athênai. Asclequeta, and that is a terrible tackle for Lind, and that will send Asclequeta to the spot. Only 9.5 minutes through for both teams, and Inter London with a chance to put themselves up 2-0. Asclequeta from the spot makes no mistake this time, having missed the first of the season. Will score his second from the spot, putting that ball into the bottom right-hand corner. Anderson unable to get to that as it was tucked away. Inter London 2-0 over the host Athênai now, 15 minutes through the ball game. Athênai, unfortunately, I got interrupted as I was explaining. They were out in a 4-3-3. Athênai coming out in a 4-3-3 with that defensive midfielder and an attacking midfielder. Only one central midfielder, and that is Gin Tonic on a Metsala role. We do have their 3 attackers there up the wings. We got Lebovic there on the right-hand side and Fischer on the left, and then up top we do have Dubois as the sole striker today for Athênai. Hopefully looking for an opportunity on that today to pull Athênai a little bit closer into the ball game. Time just towering over Lebovic there. Lebovic, though, sitting time on the dribble, unable to find the ball through onto net, and Tony Yeboah able to watch that fly harmlessly by. 2 goals on the day for Connor Asclequeta now. That is 11 goals on the season through 14 matches for Inter London. 34 minutes now passed, and time will have a corner left-hand side, and that will be cleared by Athênai. Ball over to Dubois now, holding for Athênai. Looking for space down the right-hand side for Athênai, all the way back to Anderson, and Snooks will look to play into the midfield. Athênai just holding the ball here and trying to find space. London on the press, able to find Asclequeta on the turnover here. Asclequeta on the left-hand side will cross it to Clements. Clements unable to find the ball through Joker. Joker able to make a big block there to keep the game 2 nothing for Inter London. Though Fisher with an opportunity to make a difference here down the left-hand side, finding Joker and Ligman down the left-hand side for Joker once again for Inter London. Sorry, for Athênai, apologies. Fisher through now, able to put the ball on net, and Tony Yeboah making a save for Inter London. Athênai nearly able to pull one back there. 39 minutes past now. Inter London. I'm gonna do that all night, aren't I? Dubois on the ball here for Athênai, and they find themselves on the counter. Gin Tonic with a shot on net. Beautiful shot into the top corner, and Yeboah able to make the save, pushing that over. We do have a corner for Athênai here. Left-hand side corner in by Joker, and that will be cleared by Scorgia. And 41 minutes now, Inter London up 2-0 on the 2 early goals from Connor Aspliqueta. Into halftime, we do run here, and we do see Athênai holding 61% possession of the ball, having their 2 shots on net. Athênai unable to put the 2 on net behind the net, though. Inter London, their 2 on net, 1 from the spot, able to beat the goalkeeper Yannick Andersson there, and the early goal off the corner kick, if I'm remembering correctly, for Aspliqueta, able to put Inter London 2-0 up as we come into the second half. Ball will be cleared by Athênai now. Yannick Andersson, as I was mentioning earlier, did have average of 1.14 goals a match coming into this game, having a massive game for Athênai. Last, though, Athênai did lose to Buenos Aires. I believe they were at home. Buenos Aires taking a narrow 1-0 win over Athênai. Ball will be passed over to Aspliqueta, who dribbled down the left-hand side before crossing that into space for Clements. Clements does find a header on net, though Andersson able to track that well and up to make the save. Athênai with the ball deep into their territory. Now Joker holding on the left-hand side. Fisher playing it in, and Joker will be running down the left looking for space there. Though Athênai able to hold the ball a little bit longer. Inter London not pressuring too much. And that is a beautiful through ball for Dubois, who finds himself on net, and it looks like that was offside, unfortunately. Beautiful pass by Gintonic there, able to find the through ball through the 3 defenders, though just a little bit offside for that is Sebastian Dubois. That would have been Dubois' 7th goal of the season. We will still see if he can find that 7th goal of the season. 66 minutes past now for both teams. Ball is turned over in the midfield for Inter London now. Will we see the ball go the other way? Liang Kai up the left-hand side, crossing for Aspliqueta, who finds a header onto the net, and that does beat Yannick Andersson. That is 3 now for Inter London, who find themselves leading over the hosts Athênai. Beautiful cross in by Liang Kai on the left-hand side there for Aspliqueta. That is Aspliqueta's, actually, that's his hat-trick. Wow, that's 3 on the day for Aspliqueta. Hats off to him. 72 minutes past now, and Athênai looking for an opportunity to find themselves back into the game, though Inter London will see if they can find themselves a 4th. Ball goes in between the feet of Ryman before Liang Kai puts it onto net. We've seen him score beautiful goals from there, though unable to beat Yannick Andersson this time. Lebovic with the opportunity now, back to Snooks. Snooks unable to put that onto the net and will sky the ball. Athênai would have really liked to see that go home, as they find themselves down 3-0 in the 84th minute now, time ticking away, and Athênai able to hold 61% possession through the match here, 90 minutes and 1 minute of injury time only. Ref being stingy on time here, as Dubois does find himself through, and a chip unable to beat Tony Yeboah. That does go over the net, an ambitious opportunity on likely would have been a conciliatory goal in the 91st minute for Athênai, as they find themselves down 3-0. Ryman with the ball back to Yannick Andersson, who will hold the ball up here and bring the game to a close. Athênai coming off the field, having lost at home to Inter London 3-0. Inter London holding 39% possession of the ball, though having 5 shots to Athênai's 4 on net. Inter London with an XG of 1.56 to Athênai's 0.66, though much of that coming from the early penalty by Connor Azpilicueta. The big win for Inter London means they will seal their spot on second, putting themselves up 6 points from Athênai now, only trailing league leader City by 1 point. City leading the league now with 30 points on through 13 matches. Our scores at the end of the day: Athênai 0, Inter London 3, CA Buenos Aires 3, Sydney City 4. Hollywood FC 0, CF Catalunya 1, Montreal United 5, Cairo City 2, Tokyo SC 1, Seoul MFC 2. And that does bring our wrap to our coverage of match 13 of our season 3. My name's been TVC, and I've been your host. We'll catch you next time.